Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Hope you're excited by this. I will try and keep this as upbeat and friendly as possible, although I do need to try and get you guys involved as well. I am here to answer any questions you may have. So, without further ado, the software that I'm using is Movavi Video Editor. Now, I am in no way affiliated with Movavi at all. This is just an editing software that I downloaded, found it really user friendly, nice and simple to use. One thing I will say for this is you can get a 30-day free trial. And once you've got the software installed, you can actually have a play around with things and get to grips with the editing and everything. Only thing you won't be able to do after your 30 days is upload anything or save anything without a Movavi editor watermark. So you can see on my screen here, there is a Movavi Video Editor watermark. Now that will disappear for me once I start putting some software in, and once I start actually uploading some stuff into the files. So there's loads to do on here. As you can see, there's a few tabs broken down here. I'll go through each of these one by one for you. Most of them will have a subheading where you come across. So on this one for adding files, we've got import, project files, samples, backgrounds, intro videos. Now again, this software is fully loaded with a load of free things that you can use. For me personally, I'd recommend this to anybody that's starting out just because it is really user friendly and easy to get around. I mean, there's not much to do in the ways of settings. It's very bog standard. But I mean, if you are like me and you're starting out, this is probably one of the better ones that I've come across. I've tried a few others and it didn't really sit well. The other option you have got is Canva. So if you do want to do just a 10-minute video or break any videos down into 10-minute segments, you can use Canva. It's not got the advanced features like on this. You can split sound and everything. It's not got none of that. But if you are just looking at a bog standard setup, you can use Canva, which I will show you in a little bit. Because I've used Canva a lot to make a lot of additional stuff to go with this. So obviously, rather than pay for a full program, because like everything you get on your added now is subscription based. So for argument's sake, if I go on to where's it to? So I've now at the moment got this channel pack for my YouTube videos and everything that I can use for things to go over the top. So basically, all it does puts a little play button over the top of my videos for me. Saves me having to mess around and make it, create it. That being said, it's all of that now. It's gone into the store under a subscription base, so it's really not worth. So all these that you see on you now are all free, but if I click here for more elements, every one of these with the crown is subscription based. So you can install them and have a look at them. You can see if there's actually a few things in there worth it for you. But I've not bothered with any of that. I bought that YouTube pack before they went subscription based. They had them all individual. I paid something like £4.50 for them YouTube overlays and stickers. And it's not just the stickers, it is intro videos and that with that YouTube one. But again, you can create your own, so there's a tab there for new video. So I will show you again how to do little bits like that. Like I have a few saved here. So if any of you have been over to my YouTube channel, you'll see this is the very first one I done, which looking back is very cringeworthy. I will play a few. Yeah, this was the very first intro video I done over on my YouTube channel 3 years ago now. Wow, okay, that's quite a long time ago. With the use of Canva and a few other tools that were available, I have actually gone and made this one for my newer ones. Just to make it look a bit more professional and make it look a lot cleaner. To me, that look a lot nicer. It's more grown up, still stands out. But yeah, there's the YouTube basic ones here you can have for your end screen. Like I use these all the time. So for the end of my screen, I will have that going. I change lettering around. You can put what you want. You literally take that out if you don't want that. There's plenty of things to do. I think before I go any further, is there any questions of anybody as of yet? I will take the silence as a no, and I will move straight on. I think the first thing we'll do is we will actually have a look at creating a new intro using this software. So all we do for that is get this new intro, hold it, and you drag and drop it into your timeline down here. Everything you do is going to be in the timeline down here. So your text and images, sorry, your images will come in with the videos. Yeah, all your text and speech bubbles will come in this top layer. Any music, sound, or even down to the point of record yourself as a little audio clip there, and you can literally talk over your VODs there. So even if you didn't talk throughout your gameplay and everything, you can add it later on by clicking that little microphone there. Pick what you're using, play the video during. So the timeline will move with it, so you can see where you are in the video and keep everything running smoothly. I will try it out once we get a video in there. As you can see, it is registering my mic there. Don't think it's registering it too clearly, obviously, because we are live at the moment. I don't think the software is going to be able to read the mic ID, which is why I said I'll try in a bit. But to make our video, what we want to do is edit this intro. So hit your little pencil there. Once you're in here, you can delete that. That's just the background cover. Don't panic that this has gone blank again. All you're going to do, back up to your ad, and just chuck a background video in for the time being. So there's going to be a video, sorry, that's going to be just normal background. So little background, so full star movie countdown. And you play it, and there's your little video there for your intro. And if you wanted to go a little bit further, which I think we will, just to show you, if you click on your sounds here, again, you've got a load of music that'll come free. All different stuff that you can play. Some stuff I've used mostly in mine. It is all royalty free, but I will say there will be some copyrights that will pop up. So, like, there's a few videos I've put out there now where some not copyright strikes, it's just a copyright claim against my channel because I've used the music. Doesn't affect it in the slightest at the moment because obviously I'm not paid. It doesn't give me a strike, doesn't stop me from becoming a partner once I get to that stage. But you've just got to be careful with some of the ones that are in here now because a lot of them are starting to pop up with the copyright. There is loads of software out there that you can get copyright free and royalty free music from. But I mean, I haven't looked too much into that side of it yet. I'm still using these sounds until it starts affecting me in a way where I can't do it anymore. But yes, and a few little cheap sound effects. It's not very many, I will say that. I was looking for the beep set. There we are. So again, that doesn't sound like it match with it, but you can now go into the sound. Yeah, double click on the sound, and it now brings up speed. You turn that down to, I reckon, about 75%. Again, this is all going to be a case of play around with it. 75 wasn't enough. By 60. 60 was a bit too much. 68. Going to be the magic number of 69. That should now give us No, it actually doesn't. Alright then, so back to 100. And this way you just have a little play around with it. So we'll use the zoom scale here to zoom in on the timeline. Now, nice simple way of doing this is use the scissors there to cut it. We will delete everything else. I think if we zoom the timeline in perfectly, we will be able to see the 10s, 9s, 8s. So if we aim for the middle of the 10 and copy, make sure your red marker is here to the 9. Again, you can move these round as you need to. So we'll go for the middle of the 9. And we'll just keep doing this all the way across now. So center of 8 seems to be a lot more 8s than 9s. 8 seems to be on there a lot longer than the rest of them. Okay. Again, if anybody is thinking I'm going a bit fast here, then shout out, let me know. It's I'm trying to do this as a way to try and help anybody that's trying to get into editing. Again, the software looks confusing. This is really not. But all I'm doing by here is your bog standard paste control, Control V. Making sure this red timeline matches up to where we need it. Dragging is sort of where I think is central to try and keep the beeps sort of the same. Again, this is all just a play around and find out sort of scenario. I know that's not perfect for people want to hear, just play around and find out, but I find that's the best way you will actually learn anything, is to actually give it a go yourself and basically fuck around and find out. Now, if we zoom that back out, make it easier to take it back to the start. If I press play on this, these beeps should be in time with the numbers. And in fact, what you could do is that last beep will take it out. Drag the beep set down. Cut it out and drag it back across. And don't worry the fact that it's overlapping. And drag it into the time of your video. So then when you get your last couple of beeps, and then you can literally save that and start in. So in order to save it, you click your apply and return. It will now look like this little blue box. If you wanted to save it, so you've got it for the future, click save, obviously. And I'm going to call this one tutorial intro, just so you guys can see how it saves. Now, straight away, there it is, tutorial intro. Now, it doesn't matter if I delete that. I grab it, drag it down, and boom, straight away is there. That will actually start you off with a quick little intro. Again, you can put whatever you want in it. Make it as overcomplicated, play around, find out. Literally, just keep playing with it, find out. Now, what I will say is if you find the videos too loud, if you right click and go down to tools and here to general, I'm actually going to turn my camera off for a second just to show you this. So the edit pencil is there on the box. The apply and return is there. Save is the little floppy disk that's there. Save it however you want. I'm not going to save it now because we've already got it. But if you find that your sound is a bit loud, you can either A, or if, say for argument's sake, you're working on something else to bring it in, when you click it, nothing happens. Double click it, it's going to go back to that screen. So if you right click and go to Tools and General. That will take you back through to the volume, fade in, normalize, and any other applied effects you may have on it. So if, for argument's sake, you found it's too loud and it's got to come down a bit, drop it to 50. Play it at 50, it'll be a bit quieter. Play it at 10, keep severely visible. So again, you play around with that to get your sound to match exactly how you need it. That being said, any questions as of now? We got any questions so far? No? Alright then. Turn that back to 100%. And we will move on. Now, I don't want this one, obviously. I'm going to put mine in. So we've got mine there with that little backwards guitar beat. Again, little cuts of music that I've taken out. So literally, I'm going to be doing this video and I'm going to be editing essentially my next VOD to be uploaded onto YouTube in the next coming days. So I used to do it where it was a case of I'd do a load of them beforehand and then start releasing them bit by bit. I found I'm actually more proactive with it if I'm sat here editing, uploading, and then moving on to it. It's yeah. What I did find with this is my new best friend when it comes to all this is my little Stream Deck. So I got the Elgato Nano, really tiny. It's 10 pages, 8 buttons a page, so it's 80 buttons essentially. It just made it a lot easier. I'm not going to be using that too much tonight because I want to show you where each buttons are for the pasting, the cutting, the frame by frame movements, just to show how all that works. Just want to make sure that we all get a good understanding of how this software works. And that is, for the most part, this software translates into 90% of other softwares. It's the same principle of you chop your video, you add your video, you add your sticker, add whatever you need, your transitions, and you do it to your style, your ability. So we're going to carry on this little side panel here. You will see a file import. You click on it to add files, and as you can see, I done a few Among Us games last night where I captured quite a few of them, and that's the first things we're going to be working on. What I will say is get used to how your capture software captures stuff as well. So make sure you have it so your folder's linked straight off. Like I've got all the stuff that I use quick linked here, but that's just me. You don't have to do any other. So all we're looking for is the earliest video. So the earliest video last night was about 9:30. So you tap it and open, and boom, it's straight into your software view. All you've got to do is drag it down into your timeline. Oh well, that's good. That was a quick clip I caught, obviously, just to make sure it was working. So if you do have stuff like that, remember to take it out before you come in here. Otherwise, you're going to end up like me and looking like a tool. There we are. So it's straight in there. Dragged it down. You have it. It looks like it stretches on forever, but the entire video there, that gives you your project length down here. The entire project length is only 7 minutes 27 seconds. The average YouTube video, I believe, is 8 to 12 minutes. So by the time you can add some stuff in, take some stuff out, if need be, put another video alongside it. Whatever you need to do. I mean, the choice is entirely up to you of how long you upload for. I mean, I try to aim to keep mine sort of between the. I've done as little as 6 minutes before now, but I try to aim for between sort of 8 minutes and 15 minutes. Just try to keep it at that specific. Most of my videos are about 11. Random number, I know, but about 11 minutes is about my norm. So again, if you want to test anything as you're going along, you can either press play button or the space bar. That will play your video on anything you captured. If you find that your sound is a bit quiet, again, you can amp that up. I will show you. But as you can see, it shows you little spikes as well in where your audio is better. But you got controller vibration as well, Among Us.
Don't have any friends with me, Valens.
Yeah, as you can see, a lot of the talking in this video is quite quiet. Compared to our intro, which is quite loud. So our intro would actually overpower the rest of the video by at the moment. So it goes from being loud into quiet. So already you've probably lost audience interest. With that, again, tools general. What I found, if you're recording through OBS, if you turn it up to about 350, which is not far off the maximum, and turn it up, it tends to balance it up. But you got controller vibration as well, Among Us.
Don't have any friends with me, Valens.
No, because you're going to murder me.
I might actually take the intro video down a little bit to balance balance the tone a little bit. So I reckon about 65 balance that. What I probably would do by ear, because there's not much going on in this first segment, I would probably drag it about there. So as much as then, like we miss about 30 seconds of clip, as you can see, it's taken us down to 6 minutes 50. Give us a better idea on sound. But you got controller vibration as well, Among Us.
Don't have any friends with me, Valens.
No, because you're going to murder me. Go away.
For me, as far as that goes, that is spot on. That is perfect.
Together,
that's cheating.
So the sound actually
no.
balances itself out with it. So again, you'll be able to see what's going on.
Sue's dead.
As it's coming up on the timeline.
I can still do my things.
I'll say with that, you'd be you that's dead.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What the fuck?
How do I get rid of that? Oh, it's that button there.
She fire, she bit.
Yeah, it's the sound's there, the picture's there. So the rest of this now, basically, if you've done a video like this, that's perfect, because obviously you've got the talking in the background. You don't need to add no sound to it or anything. As the video progresses, you might have to peak. You know who's getting voted out now, don't you?
It's fucking me, innit?
Yeah.
You're not even me. I see, pal. We're all in the same corridor.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's Peekaboo's coming down as well now. Yeah, with that, it's nice and simple, straightforward. You've got it all there. Yeah, if you wanted to do a voiceover with it, I will show you now. So, say for argument's sake you didn't like the sound there. Click on there and drag the sound down to 0. This video has no longer got any sound. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, but that option is there. So if you are putting anything in, you can alter the sound of it at all times. You can move stuff about. What I am going to try by you, just to show you, is the recording function. Don't know how well this is going to work with me being live as well, but you will get the gist of it just by showing across the bottom. So I'm going to hit start record with the video playing. It should give me a quick countdown and then start. There's your quick countdown, your 3, 2, 1. So we're off and running with the recording. As we are now walking through in the Among Us game, we could be talking about what's going on here, such as me lowering the engines, somebody just come up behind me, I don't trust them, or as I'm talking to you now. As you can see at the bottom here, the recording is there. It literally records and saves automatically as recording and the date. So this one is recording 1, because I don't use this feature that often anymore. What I found is once you are done with it and everything's uploaded, you can just delete the voice recording. I mean, it's handy in a way, because if you do a generic voice recording that you can use right across the board and keep coming back to it, you can literally find it in your files and save it the way you can access it at all times, and you can just keep dragging it back into your videos. Saves you having to do that same spiel over and over. So if you wanted to say, for argument's sake, go, welcome to my channel, guys, this is blah blah blah, we are doing this today. So our focus of the day is Among Us. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you wanted to do all that, you could literally say that once in one video. It saves automatically and you could just drag it into the next one. Give your first minute or whatever, just as an introduction. Save yourself the talking and just straight into it. You've got yourself then prepared. You've got that bit already written. It'll all sound monotone right across. So every video will sound exactly the same. So if you can get yourself a nice upbeat, hyperactive start, like, hi guys, welcome to the channel. We are here today with Among Us. If you want to join these videos, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more, all that kind of stuff. If you can keep all that nice upbeat, and you can literally use that recording anytime, one time after the other. And it's nice and simple. You don't have to keep clicking the add media. I will show you another way to add media in a second. I am, however, going to stop the recording here. So now what we should have, when I play back, if it's allowed it. So we're off and running with the recording, as we are now walking through in the Among Us game. So as you can hear, talking about what's going
voice
on, that I just done is there. It is a bit quieter again. I don't trust them. Or as I'm talking to you now. But again, the tools, see at the bottom here, bang it up to 350. The recording is there. And that brings me back. It literally records and saves automatically as recording and the date. So this one is recording 1 because I don't use the coffee on the go as well that often anymore. If I go to you've got yourself then prepared, you've got that bit already written. It'll all give a nice upbeat, hyperactive start. Like, hi guys, welcome to the channel. Give yourself a nice. So as you can see, I got louder by it. Start. Like, so if I wanted now just to keep this bit, and I could literally save that and pop it into every other video. Go into your file explorer. This will take me a second to find because I don't really use it. I am keeping my files on a separate screen for obvious reasons. Right, it's in videos. I might talk to myself for a second, guys, because... Ah, there we go. I found it. Actually, it wasn't too bad to find. So I will drag it across so you can see. So I literally found it in my music files. There's Movavi Video Editor, recorded audio, and boom, there's the recording we just done. Again, you can rename that, you can move it the way you need it. So if I wanted to keep hold of that, I'd probably put it into my soundboards. Probably call it something like YouTube intro. So say for argument's sake, I'd delete that out of there. Oh no, shit, what have I done? I've gone off it, no audio. Don't panic. Straight back into it. And literally drag and drop. Drag and drop. Boom, there it is. Nice and simple. So that is the nice feature about the recording studio. Is that voice, if you're doing a voiceover, will save. It took me ages to figure that out. I think it was about 100 videos in using the software before I figured out actually all these are actually saving. So a little heads up for you. So if you are jumping into it, you'll be able to see, and you could literally do yourself a little intro. You could even voice it into a little video, so all your videos are the same there. If you've got any other software for voice modification, things like that, I think it'd be a really cool effect. That you could pull it into it, and you could change the style of your voice and everything. But again, don't take my word for it. It's have a little play around, get some software on the go, and basically see what you like. You might enjoy it, you might not. It's just something for you to look at. I've had a few people in Discord and they messaged me about different tutorials and things like that. So I thought this would be a good time to do a nice interactive one where everybody can be involved. You can ask questions as we're going along. Although you've all been very quiet, there's not any questions coming. I can see there is people about. That's fine. Obviously, if you sat there, you're taking it in. You're taking it in. The VODs will be there for you to watch later on as well. So obviously, if I am going a bit fast, you feel free to replay these and watch these later on. Honestly, guys, I know there's a load of different tutorials now out there on YouTube for different things of how to do this, how to do that, and a lot of them have helped me. I will say that, but to find the exact thing you want, I have found it to be quite difficult. Which is why I thought if doing a live, if there's something that I'm not doing that you guys want to know, reach out and ask. Because if I'm able to do it for you and talk you through it now, it's better than you trying to look for it later on. At least you'll know is in this video for you to come back to. So that's what I'm hoping for, is for you to reach out with any questions and basically find any kind of things. You might even ask me stuff that I don't know, because I mean there's still stuff that I'm still figuring out with this editor. There's a lot to do with video editing, and it's not just a case of copy and pasting stuff into the timeline. Oh look, there we go, everything's done, job done. Let's export it, upload it, and move on to the next. In the ideal world, that'd be nice, but what I found is the more time you put into watching this back before you upload it, the better you understand as to what you're doing and what you're putting in. And if you feel you're putting in too much, you probably are. If you feel like it could use that little something extra, have a look. See if you can dig out that something extra. So I'll move on to the next step here. So I've got my video in. I would normally watch this all the way through just to give myself an idea as to what kind of stickers and that I'm going to be putting in, what overlays, any sound
You know what he's been
effects.
fucking doing? You shit.
See biscuit.
So I will, however, come back to where I
Sue's
died.
dead.
This is one sound effect that I would put
I
on
can still
straight
do my
away.
things.
Let's say with that, you'd be you. Stop it there. That's just before I die. So again, we'll add. We can either do the file import, or you can drag and drop from your file. So I will just drag and drop from now. As you can see, there's a load of sounds that I've downloaded. I've used YTMB3 on my phone. Basically typed in the sound effects I was looking for onto YouTube, converted them into MP3 files, and now they're on the PC. So I just click them to play. Again, a few of them took a little bit of trimming around and things like that. It's a lot of the sounds you'll hear by ear now. I do tend to cut down a bit, or drop the volume, or up the volume, depending on what's needed for the sound. Again, all that is done through in the Movavi software. Sorry, I lost train of thought there then. So, Mario Dead sound, we all know what it is. I've just saved it as that, so it's nice and simple. Dragged it straight in. Minimize my sounds. Purely for the fact it's probably them I'll be coming back to for the most part for different sound effects. But as I die by you now, the Mario sound effect should play. That's dead. So it's a little bit off. So what I would say for that is to zoom in close as you can, and on you is your little frame buttons to go back frame by frame. So I'll go back to the previous clip, so I'll take us literally back to the start of the sound, and then again we'll take it straight to the back there. Come back, fast forward straight to the back of the sound, and all we want to do is frame by frame go through. So the screen goes red there. So I would literally match up the first bar of sound with the screen going red and press play. You, that's dead.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's more synced.
How do I get...
I can still do my things.
Done my
So what
thing,
are
I'm
you
walking
doing
around,
today?
and whoops,
I don't know what I'm doing.
death. So it is that simple. That's how easy it is to put the sounds in. So to put the images in, which I'm going to put an image in to go with that now. I think I've got the one for it. Got this thing where you have animated logos. Here we are, alert. Again, all these I've created using Canva. I've done them as GIFs because they'll actually play over the top. So you give yourself a little clear video that'll play over the top as an overlay. I will talk anybody through how to use the stuff on Canva. I took as much as I could off there with my free trial. I suggest that's a perfect way to do it. As you can see, I took quite a load. You know, it's only downside is when you view them, you're trying to view them as icons, they all look the same purely for the fact of that I've done them all as GIFs. So they're all black. Except that one. That one just had to be different. Because why not? But again, if you've saved them under stuff that you know, you should be okay. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to be okay by yours. It might take me a few seconds to find which one I want. I can't even get this back to how I wanted it now. Files. There we go. So it kept it. So the alert, I want to drag that alert in. And first thing it's going to do is take me straight back there. Take me back to the start there. I'll bring it back over the top. Make sure to come over the top. Otherwise, it'll be underneath our current video. And again, all I'm going to do is drag it down so it is at the time. And then
CPU that's dead.
that alert will play.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not happy with the position of it and everything. So, click on there for position. And you can either free it up and put it wherever you want. You can do it so it plays side by side, which is great if you want to show like a before, during, and after effect in a video. Because you got this trio section here, which trio left, center, and right. And basically all that does will put your three videos in and they'll play the three of them simultaneously. And you can move them around inside to find out exactly where you want it. You know, move the stuff to, as you need it. But for now, we'll keep it with the picture and a picture, which will give us the free form to roll around. And then once you think you're happy with it and test it out, click back on your timeline. It'll automatically save it in.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Again, can't really see that there. So you will have to now click on for edit and position, or again up here for position. Again, because you can't really see it, worth dragging it out of the middle of the screen. That's dead.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's again nice and simple to add what you need. It's I've got to add that as well actually. Good thing is once you've got one picture in there, the rest of them will just drop in on top. So as long as you've got two of these movie slots, it will drop in on top. As far as it goes for the sound, if you don't think you need it, delete it. Same with these. If you don't think you need them, delete them. Don't have to, it's entirely up to you. But there we are. So we'll go for the skull and crossbones as well. Do that at the same time as the alert. Well, the other nice thing with this is you can add effects. Find it. animation. So that'll go into like stop animation where you can actually have this as moving around the screen. I have started playing around with that. It's only recently I've learned that myself. Didn't realize it was on you, but I have gone into a little step-by-step animation. One thing I will say with this program is the background removal is shocking. Do not rely on this to remove your backgrounds for anything. Again, if you want a thing where you can remove backgrounds for the price you pay and everything, you are probably better off paying Canva. Yeah, £13 or £14 a month, whatever it is, or doing as much as you can whilst it's free. All these alerts and things like that is what I've spent the last couple of weeks doing. Make them up and get them all done, just so I can have them for free with the background removal in my 30-day free trial. Now that trial is actually over, I can't get no more. And I had a look earlier, actually, most of the stuff I was in and using, I can no longer use. So yeah, it's, again, for any effects you want it to do, most of it will be fading. You want it to fade in and then fade out, second either side. That's dead. Just gives that a little bit of extra body. And do the same with the alert. Now, when we press play, that's dead. It don't pop in straight away.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What the fuck? But it's gone by the time we dead. It starts as we start dying. And everything's happy. Everything's winning. It's all on. So as you can see, we've been here 45 minutes. We haven't really gone far. And I'll be honest with you, this is probably how long it would take just for me to get to this video. It's, as I said, editing is not a quick process whatsoever. So I probably would have watched this first minute of clip 6 or 7 times by now just to see, right, can I add something here? Can I make it a bit better if I add something here? Would it become funnier if I had something? Would it take something away if I had something? I'd be constantly thinking and mapping it out. Like I said, with the editing process, you take your time and you'll find that everything starts to flow nicely for you. I'm not saying it's perfect science. I'm not saying I'm a fantastic editor or anything. What I am saying is if you take your time and play around with your settings, you'll find that you can probably do a lot more than you think you're capable of. So we're going to carry on going a minute. So back from where we
I don't know what I'm
the
doing.
alert. What the fuck? I think the sound is a little bit high on the Mario compared to the rest of the volume. Say with that UPU that's dead. So I would probably drop that down to about 50 just to see.
I can still do my things.
Say with that UPU that's dead.
I don't know what I'm doing.
There we are. Now the sound doesn't
How do I get
overpower
rid
the
of
rest
that?
of the video,
Oh,
and
it's that
it actually
button there.
balances up.
See fire, see biscuit.
Again, that might take some playing around for you. You might have to do it at 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever. I'm only going straight for 50 as I found that that's what works with this sound effect. You'll see some other sound effects where I'll do them at 65, 70. And there'll be a few others that I use regular that you'll see me drop down as far as 30. If I find then that it's still a bit loud, so I can drop it down to 10 and it's still a bit loud, that's where I can use the slider bar then. So it's 10% volume or 50% volume at 50% capacity. With that UPU that's dead. It's gone quieter again. Turn it back up. With that UPU that's dead. So again, it's all little bits like that to play around with and just try and get involved with. And like I said, the more you play around, the more you'll actually figure out. It's, like I said, it's not an exact science, but it is a way for you to figure it out and play around. Again, this being the Movavi software, I should imagine 90% of the software is the same. I've tried to use a few different ones, but for me, this one was the most user friendly and it's actually relatively cheap. So, like, I'm using the 2023 edition because I bought a lifetime subscription to the 2023 edition. Now, if you didn't want to do a lifetime subscription, I think it cost me £65 in total with the like an insurance for download key. It was like 65 quid. Don't know what that translates into dollars or anything, but 65 British pound. I've now got access to this for as long as I'm alive and willing to use it. If I do decide to upgrade my software, you can go into yearly subscriptions, monthly subscriptions. You can change it all around. So let's have a look. Actually, where's the store? So in the help center, that is when they for the Movavi store. So we'll click that. It will take you through to the store. If I wanted now to view all products, like I said, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I found that this is a great, great tool. So a 1 year subscription at the moment for the entire conversion of files and everything. This is the photo AI, the lot. This is every bit of their software for £109. It's would I pay it? Probably not. Purely for the fact after using the video editor, I found that like Canva and things like that are so much easier to be using to create what you want. Photo editor, you could probably do your background removal in there. If the background removal in there is anything like what it is in the video editor, again, save your money, go elsewhere. Canvas is 1,000 times better, and there's a lot more better programs on the market for background removal than the Movavi suite. I would literally go for, as you see, the effects store, what I was on about earlier. That is now £80 a year subscription. When I bought the YouTube channel pack, it was a case of it was only, like I said, £4 fire. I think it was £4.50 something, £4.59, I think. So we'll call it a fiver, and it gave me the pack. After I bought that pack, about 3 months later, they turned everything into subscription based, and I haven't used nothing off this since. So a 1 year subscription to the video editor is £40.95. Now this is the video editor that I'm in now. We clicked on to buy now. So this is literally only giving us, there we are. So editor, the photo editor, 1 year subscription, 1 year subscription, 1 year subscription. I wouldn't even bother with the 1 year subscriptions. If you're gonna look for it, this is saying that it's still on there. I don't even know if it is. Should imagine it is. Oh, there we are. Oh, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. Again, I wouldn't bother with the screen recorder and video editor purely for the fact of that is basically OBS without you being able to go live. Wouldn't bother with that. I'd stick with OBS for your screen captures and everything. It's just so much easier. And if you've got used to using OBS, all this editing stuff should be nice and simple for you. I don't want the year subscription. I'm looking for to see if they've still got the lifetime. They all seem to be 1 year subscriptions again now, which again I wouldn't waste your money on for a yearly subscription. But I bought it. Not gonna give me it. There's nothing working. Close that one. All products. Oh. Okay, so nothing's working on there. Beautiful. So nothing's working on there. There's not much I can show you, unfortunately, but there is different packages now on there, which again, for the most part, I wouldn't waste your money. If you are going to look at anything, I would look more at Canva. So as you can see, I was having a little play around just with Canva to see about the editing stuff they got in there, because I've not used it for video editing, but I know you can. Again, I wouldn't bother too much with it because there's not a lot you can do. You can't split sound or anything. But if you're quite happy with the videos you're making and you don't need to split the sound in there, and you just wanted to put some quick overlays and things like that, then yeah, this would be perfect for you. And you can even do it off the free. So if I go here, download, as you can see, wants me to upgrade to the Pro. I don't want to upgrade the Pro. But I can download it. Boom, that's starting to download. Obviously, I ain't going to need it. I ain't going to want to save it because it's literally my VOD that I've got. Again, with Canva, you can pick your things. So you want a thumbs up to flow over your screen. All these are on there and they're all free. So you might not find that they got the clear backgrounds. But as you can see, there's a few things that I was playing around with. Just to have a little look around and see what's what. But say for argument's sake, you wanted, I want to add the subscribe bell to my thing just to try it. Is there. Boom, there for you. Job done. Click it on top of your video and then you right click it, hide the timing and then show the timing. Brings it back up. You can literally, this is the only pain, you're going to have to drag that all the way to the end. Because there's not a cut tool on here from what I can see. Take that all the way back now to the beginning. Otherwise that subscribe bit will be over your video constantly. There we are. So if you want that bell to pop in for a few seconds, I don't know, let's say we wanted to animate it a little bit. There's only so much you can do because it's free. But you fade in on both. Can't alter the speed because you need the Pro version. Again, if you've got Canva Pro for the 30-day free trial, that's perfect. Make this, save it somewhere so you can put it in. You're going to add different things to it so you can have it so it flickers and wiggles, pulses, bounces in and out. Alright, so for the couple of seconds on the screen now, it should fade in, bounce in and out, and then fade out. And all done for you, look. Subscribe. Boom. And then you get the what the fuck's on your face because that's part of that video. But yeah, it's, again, all different things to try out. It's using Canva for it could be beneficial for certain elements. I mean, if you only wanted to add the odd sticker here and there and you haven't got them saved or you can't get them with a clear background, then yeah, chuck your video in here, put your stickers on as you want them, download the video, and then pop them into another bit of software to add your sounds. Although, saying that, I don't know. I'm going to have a little look for you because I don't know. If I get that and put it there, we go in. I don't know. Don't think it did. No, I don't think you can drag sounds in on Canva, which would be nice. Keep that out. Yeah, there is no sound popping up in there. It would have been nice if you could add your own sound with there, but obviously you can't. So there's a lot of tools on you can use. So text art. I don't even know what any of this does. Didn't know that one was actually there, to be honest with you. See, I just want to see what this does because this is new to me. Oh, that's just literally left that glowing effect on the transparency up and down. Okay, so that's just something different. Again, more stuff to play around with that I didn't know. Again, it's different stuff. Okay. I'm playing around with stuff that I don't even know what it does. Okay. But again, see, the more you play around, the more you find out, the more you know. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, if you are going to use for stickers and things like that, then yeah, Canva will be your best friend. There's thousands upon thousands of stuff on you that you're going to have for absolutely free. So that skull and crossbones glitch that I used, you still have it. It's there. You wouldn't be able to download it now. Well, I wouldn't because I haven't got Canva Pro. Use your 30-day free trial to fill up as much as you can into your files. So again, all of these what I've done on Canva in the 30-day free trial, just to try and make it so I can have overlays. So see, I've got my custom thumbs up to match the color of my channel. So you'll see black and green is the main theme with me. I've done that, so I've got a custom thumbs up sticker to go over my videos and have it for anybody that wants it. Now, again, so back into the video editing software. Like I said, I've taken as much as I can off Canva. I used YouTube for most of my sounds and YTMP3 then to convert them into MP3 files. Put them all into my PC. Boom, job done. If there's a sound effect out there that you want, you can guarantee you will find it on a video somewhere on YouTube, even if it's not just the sound effect. If it's a case you've got to download a 3-minute clip just for you to use that 3 second of audio. Once you've got it, you've got it. Because again, you pop them here. There is a way to save them. I can't remember 100%. It might be a case. No, actually, it is a case. Intro videos. Create your intro and put that couple of second clip in there. Alright, you're not going to have it as a video. You can always hide it by putting it underneath your main video. But you can also split the sound off the videos too. So if I show you with that a second by doing this, if I drag the sound box, split it, should split the sound. Guess it doesn't split the sound. Alright then. Okay, so I was wrong on that one. It doesn't split the sound on them. I know for 100% that it splits the sound on other videos. So if I was to put that video back in, double click the sound and drag it down, I can have two lots of sound. There's another sound clip. And you can move it around. So if there's a case you've got to save it as a video and you want, say, that section of sound there, you know exactly what it is, you know what you want. So I'll snip it
What's
there.
that button there?
Play it.
Fire, she biscuit.
I'll snip it there. Delete that side, delete that side. I've now got that sound bite which will match up perfectly with that sound there. But you've got controller vibration as well, Among Us. Gives you a nice little echo effect. If you've done that then for 350, the same as the video. But you've got controller vibration as well, Among Us. Gives you a perfect echo effect. Nice and simple. So without even meaning to make that, I've now made the echo effect. Again, playing around and boom, job done. We don't need that in. But yeah, if it is a case of you need to download a 3-minute video for that 3-second clip, by all means do it. It's going to save you time in the long run of going back through online, downloading the video, screen capturing it, whatever you need to do. It's definitely worth having a look. So, like, I know in here I have a video that's a random transition I was trying out. Didn't work. There's my 3 OBS screens that I used. I created in So I'll show you the caliber of the background remover from Movavi. You not to waste your money on it. As you can see there, nothing is showing up. Everything's in black and white. I will now show you the exact same file that I done in Canva, but I used Canva's background removal. And if you've watched any of my videos, you will see, you'll recognize it straight away. So that's what was playing, and the Movavi one would not work. Kept coming up with the black and white and was leaving it absolutely terrible. The fact that it's still saved on there shows you that I haven't been through it up. So again, all of them get rid of. Media content, so there's some stickers in there that I try to place in here. There's a few in here which were actually part of the software when I downloaded it. A lot more than what's actually showing up inside the program. So you will find that there's a lot of stuff that don't make sense in these folders. A lot more sounds than what's actually in there. So you got your bog standard audio when you download it. A lot more to it. All these themes, most of them come with it. There is a few in there that I have put in myself, such as Yamoheed, World Rugby Union song. Just different things that I think I used, or I know I've used when I've been editing for stuff that's not online. So doing the kids' rugby presentations, things like that. I've done a few funerals and everything through this program because it's so easy to work around and put things together. Oh, we'll carry on now. We'll have
Oh,
a
don't
look.
get rid of that. Oh, it's that button there.
See fire, see biscuit.
I'm going to keep going. There's another sound that I want to add by you. Another
Oh,
recognisable sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 13. So 15 frames back from where I actually paused it. I will now go back into my soundboards. Then I've quick pinned everything just to make it easier. First thing we want here now is the Metal Gear alert. So I'm going to drag that in. I'll minimize the soundboards because I will be coming back for them.
oh.
That's not going to be linked. Slightly out when I dropped it in. Touch more.
Who do
Oh.
That's perfect.
who do you see with
Oops.
there fire?
Someone
Oh,
found
it's
me.
you.
Someone found me.
Oh no.
There you go. It's nice, simple, quick. Another sound effect straight in. Again, this is very easy to use. Drag and
Fire,
drop,
what's your
copy
name?
and paste. Now the sound's in there, I will you can literally come back to the
He
screen
wants to
here.
know who you are
Use it
so he
again.
can vote you out.
Half joke.
So we built through the voting process. What I would say by you, because it's dipped off in sound, I would probably cut that. Just they and they. Delete it. Now, don't matter. You can put a little quick transition in there, which I'll show you now actually. So this little infinity symbol, hourglass, however you want to look at it on the side. And there's a load of transitions featured, the ones that come with our channel pack off YouTube. But there's a load of bog standard ones on you. You can play each of them to find out what they do before you go. So before you pick which one you want. Some of them do come with sound, so this one now should give a little heartbeat. This one, flash, is going to be a photography sound. Glitch, this one's like a static fizz. That's the best way to explain that one. This, like I said, there's loads of them in there. Matrix small blocks where you just pixels out. Medium offset where it just pushes it off. Have it with a bit of sound. That's the till going off. Gunshot for whatever reason on that one. I don't know. Again, this is stuff that the programs come up with for you. My favourite seems to be this page turn here. It like zooms out, turns the page, comes back. I do like that one, or you could have it bog standard. And the fact that the effort is there for the page turning, you've got the white background of the page. But I just like that one. Or you got the ripple. With the smooth, a quick water effect is rolling a scroll. Plenty to pick from, you know. Scale out where it just zooms out till it disappears. I think I'll do that one actually. So as you press play now,
Half joke.
I've just loaded
green
up
in the
Among
screen
Us.
and bang, rolls out.
Half joke was nearby. You shit.
Such a shit stare, isn't he?
So as you can see by
Oh,
there,
yeah.
You little shit,
SJP,
I'm
that's
not a
one of the
fucking
people we were playing with
boxer.
last night in Among Us. He's a
Busy
regular
doing
to the
tasks.
channel as well. It's
Bet it's you,
Powell.
Paul.
He's picking on Hellfire, who's another one that's a regular in
Biscuits
Tubbs'
voted.
channel.
I bet I've been voted off, Anna.
Tubbs being the guy that I do a few dual streams with. Recently
You
on
tell I've
Chain
played a lot of
Together.
this, can't you? I'm level
Got a
55.
few more exciting ones lined up in the pipeline, so
Bloody hell.
hope you stick around for them. Mostly on a Monday night, 7
o'clock.
o'clock.
Level 1.
Join us
Look,
there,
taking it,
my
Paul,
channel or Tubbs'
laughing. You know
channel.
what he's been fucking doing.
I mean,
You
if you are
shit.
watching me and following
that's
through
coming
this, I'd
between you and
prefer it
Biscuit.
if you followed my channel.
I'm
But
telling
we're
you,
there
Biscuit
to
was
support
acting
each other,
dodgy.
so if you're there for one of us, you're there for both of us. That's perfect.
Poor Bubbles is out.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I can't even remember what
Yeah, so
what level I got up to on my.
Literally, again,
Also
it's
got
just
me
watching the
Xbox.
video back
You
through.
shit.
So there's
Oh,
one
that's
there.
between you and Biscuit.
Oh,
Nobody
telling
was
you,
voted
Biscuit's
off.
acting
So
dodgy.
again, I want another sound effect. And I want the low and order sound effect. Don't want it quite there.
Poor
So
Bubbles
there
is
we are, as it comes back to the table.
Poor Bubbles is out.
Again, for me,
Yeah,
that's a
me.
perfect
Yeah, I can't
placement
even
on the sound
remember
effect, and I can leave it there.
what level I got up to on my. Also got my Xbox, but I.
So yeah, it's again
not
plenty to
finished
be
that
done.
task.
Does it not carry over your
Lots to
progress
play around
when you
with.
go on a different thing?
Oh,
If you wanted a case
I
of,
didn't realise you could do that. You can
let's
haunt
say for
people,
argument's
so you
sake, you
stick to
wanted that to have his own little transition,
Poor Bubbles is out.
put a snip
Yeah,
in
me.
there
Yeah,
and
I can't
pick a
even remember
transition.
what level I got up to on my.
So,
Also got my Xbox, but
if I go now, we'll do frame by frame to go back. Put a little snip in, and say for argument's sake, I wanted smear. Yeah, that works. It goes there.
Poor
A little
Bubbles is
smear to
out.
run up the screen,
Yeah,
job
me.
done.
yeah, I can't even.
If you do something and you don't like it, you've always got the undo button or Control Z. Again, you hover over the controls, it does tell you what the shortcut keys are. Press that twice, bang, stitched it back together. That never exists. Job done.
Poor Bubbles is
Left
out.
it alone.
Yeah,
You haven't
me.
messed with
Yeah, I
nothing.
can't
You
even
haven't broke
remember
nothing.
what
You've
le-
still got
what
everything
level
that you
I got up
need.
to on my. Also got my Xbox, but I.
So
Did
I
I
always
finish
tend to
that
try and
task?
keep
Does it
this
not
on
carry over
file
your
import,
progress when you go on
just
a
so
different
if you
thing?
want to add anything,
Oh, that-
if you want to break it down to see what sounds you've got
So you just stick to
or
follow.
what other overlays
I
you've
don't
got in,
know, because I messed all mine up,
just
didn't I?
leave them there and sort them out individually, or I'll leave everything in one big block,
Oh.
which I tend to
Yeah,
do
so
is you can differentiate
you see in the
between a
bottom right of your
sound
screen it says haunt.
and video just by the
Yeah.
little play buttons in the corner.
Yeah, if you click that, you can literally haunt people.
Oh, fudge off.
So this is going to come back now to where I said earlier that once you've got sounds in, we can keep hold of them. So common theme here, as soon as that alert comes up, which we knew it was coming, as you can see on the timeline, it shows slightly out of sync. The more you zoomed in on the timeline, the more you are going to catch the beginning of it. So, the further you zoom in, the better you will see on the timeline. So that literally goes for a 0.1 of a second. We're just skipping there because we're zoomed in so far. It shows so far away from there, even though we're not. But we want that Metal Gear sound again. So all we do there is our normal copy.
Come back here for our sound effect. And our Control V for paste. Fine,
Oh.
straight away, there's your sound effect straight back in. No messing around, didn't have to go
Okay,
back out and
fix
cut
it.
it.
You
You've already who's got getting it. voted out now, don't you? The reason I say to
Fucking
do that is
mean
because
it,
you
you're
can
not
alter
even
the
me.
volumes at all.
It wasn't fine. It wasn't
Then
fine.
you are actually able to go back and use the same volume again, so you're not having to up and down the volume all the time. So this is a good
Oh.
way to keep your consistent volume throughout your video, is having done that
Okay,
cut and
fix
paste
it.
feature now, so you've moved it from one side to the other.
Fucking mean it.
Yep.
You're not even
It
me.
wasn't fine. It wasn't fine
I
because I stayed with fire the whole round.
There you go. I was in electrical pissing around with that
I
calibrator,
think-
weren't I?
As you can
It's
hear over there now,
happy.
you've got Powell trying to stick
Yeah.
up the fire.
Yeah.
I think it's
We know
Powell.
exactly who it is.
No, Powell. Powell.
Well, we
We know who
voted
it
for
is
fire.
because they absolutely
Went with
annihilated
that.
us.
Powell. Not you. Powell.
Peekaboo, I saw nobody. So we're just literally going
Purple
through,
tried to kill me
wading
too.
through all the little quiet bits.
Who's purple?
Not many quiet zones now because everyone's quite hyperactive and talking. And nobody voted out. Imposters for the win. Again, take that low on order sound. Copy it. Frame by frame, go back. Paste it in.
Another fucking tie.
And as you get back up to the table again,
Imposters for the
bang,
win.
perfect sound.
Another fucking tie.
Perfect timing.
Imposters remain.
Okay?
Fire, stay by me.
Nice and
Are you,
simple.
pal?
I can
Are you
answer.
there?
So, like everyone always
down,
says
I'm
that
not
video
imposter.
editing seems really complicated and really hard.
Because I
I
was
think
killed
for
by
the
now.
most part it's because the
No,
software looks really
you're
scary.
fucking gonna kill me when I least
And
expect
what I
it,
found
aren't
is
ya?
if you
Stick
actually
with-
download
stick
some
with me, I won't
software
kill
and just
ya.
play around
I'm
with it
down
until you
to
get used to
electrical, so
it,
you're gonna kill me, you're gonna
you'll
kill
be
me, aren't
okay.
ya?
You will get on with it.
Just saying.
Like I said, I use this one because this is the one that
Oh,
I found more
reactor.
user friendly for me. You might
Oh.
find
Yeah,
something
fire.
else is better for you.
Why?
Have a shop round, have a look round.
Have
If
got
you
any
can get onto
arrows?
free trials for anything,
There
get
we
into
go.
the free
Costs.
trials. You've got nothing to lose. Download the software, have a play around with it.
Oh,
Alright,
there
you
you are.
can't upload nothing.
Asses in me, you.
But have a little play around. Get used to the software. Have a little
I
look
see,
to see if
pal.
it's right
We're
for
all in
you.
the same corridor.
Yeah, I was going to say, once you feel it's right for you, if you've done
all bunched
10
together in the same
videos
place.
Everyone's there.
and you've got them
Nobody believes
already
it.
saved
Just
as
said,
projects,
I've been locked out of electrical. What's going
well,
on?
there's two different ways to save a file, which I will show you once we get to the end.
Oh, when you're done, can you
Pause that a minute. Once you get to the end, I will show you that there's two different ways to save the files. Save them straight as a VOD to upload, where you've got everything done, but you would need the paid subscription for that or your paid licenses to stop any watermarks and that coming off your videos. For your second option is, well, with Movavi at least, you can save it as a project. So, I'll show you quickly. On my captures, sorry, not on my captures, media content, no. Yeah, so under my videos, Movavi Video Editor, projects. So, as you can see, I'm in the middle of a video by there for Sniper Elite 3, Part 4. This is basically taking off my VODs and everything. Got that saved, good to go on the project. Can't click on it to show you because there's only one project allowed open at a time. This one you're saying autosave V64. That's what we're currently on. So as of 8:45, I was 2 minutes ago, the file's automatically saved. If I was to get a power cut or anything now, God forbid, that's automatically saved. I won't have to refix any of that. It's there for me. And you can save that at any time. Just literally project save as. Save your project as tutorial vid, which I'll do now. Right. I close that. Gonna try and spam me to buy some stuff, 30% off. I don't want to. Here's my family. But yeah, videos, video editor, projects, boom, tutorial vid. Double click it, open it up, and that's good to go. So if you want to have a little play around, save 10 or 20 videos whilst you're playing around with software, by all means do that. I'd recommend it. That way then you've got stuff to fall back on straight away. Use your free trial to do whatever you can. Keep playing around with the software. You won't be able to upload nothing because it will put watermarks on your videos. I mean, if you want to upload it with watermarks, that's entirely up to you. But to upload your videos, you will need a paid software, unfortunately, unless you're using Canva. Again, Canva's not brilliant because you can't be adding sounds and things like that in. But again, use your free trial to your advantage. Download the software, play around with it, create as much as you want. And when you think, right, actually, I'm comfortable using this, this is the software I want, then have a look into pricing to make sure that A, is affordable, B, is worth the money that you're going to be paying for it. You don't want to pay for some software that you might only use once or twice. Now, in the last 3 years of me uploading to YouTube, I have constantly used this software. First 2 years was a case of I bought the Movavi software in 2022. They gave me a free upgrade to 2023's version. I was expecting the same for 2024 version, and I didn't get it. There's a case now, if you want the 2024 version, I'm paying something like £75 to get a lifetime subscription. Something that I've already got. So I'm not bothered. I'll use the 2023 version. It's there for me forever. I don't have to worry about it. But again, I used a lot of time just playing around with it in 2021, where for the first, I gotta say, 30 videos that I created, I'd done it with the software where I hadn't paid for the subscription. And as soon as I done the paid for subscription, then to buy the software, because I thought, right, this is something I can use. This is what I'm going to do going forward. All the watermarks come off the videos that I'd saved as projects, so that I was able straight away just to go in, upload, 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 upload. I was doing that constantly. Sort of like for the first month, I was just uploading the videos I'd already created, just enough to give me enough in the background on YouTube to keep pushing me forward, so I could spend another 2-3 days creating one, then upload it again. I've still got 4 videos to fall back on. Now, because I've got sort of used to the software and everything, and I'm actually doing the videos as and when. Like, I'm doing this one now, and I will probably upload it tonight, but I'll probably post it in 2 days' time once I've started doing another one. So what I tend to do is publish a video and then bang, start editing again as that video is being published. What I have been doing lately with my lives is trying to balance this, so I do my 3 lives a week, which at the moment I'm doing on a Monday, a Thursday, and a Saturday. Obviously, a bit different tonight. I'm not doing a game. I'm straight in trying to help everyone with some editing software and editing guidance what I've used. It's very much, I'm trying to do it so I don't burn myself out, because we all know creator burnout is massive. You lose focus, you don't know what to play, you don't know what you're doing. And I went through a phase of it last year, which is why my YouTube channel went completely dead back to the end of last year. It was a case of I can't be bothered, I've had enough, nothing's happening. And yeah, I burnt myself out because I was constantly just playing games to record, to then edit, to upload, and I wasn't taking no time for myself. Now what I tend to do is, when I'm doing the lives, I've set myself mostly for a Saturday night, Sunday afternoon for me to be editing stuff, and then a Monday, Thursday, and a Saturday being my days to stream. Oh, I know I do some editing alongside my streaming on a Saturday, but once the stream is done, which is normally done by about 10 o'clock, I'll carry on playing games on a Saturday until about 2 in the morning. So I'm taking that time for myself to actually enjoy different games as well. I'm not constantly just like, I've got to do this because I need to create this, I need to do that. So again, if you are thinking about stuff like that, then it is definitely worth having a look at balancing your schedule a bit better, making sure that you're not burning yourself out, you are doing it for the love of it. don't start feeling like it's a chore. Because once you start feeling like it's a chore, it's like, well, what's the point? Why am I doing this? I'm working for free, essentially. Don't worry about it. Literally, you start feeling like that, turn it off, step away, come back to it in a few weeks. So it's only recently I've got back into the editing side of my software, and I've found that I've learned a few more tricks by taking a break from it. Come back, start clicking on things that I wouldn't normally click on, and now I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty decent. That's working well. Why didn't I learn that before? So something, a break is always needed and is always good. It's Speaking of a break, I think I'm going to take a quick one by you just so I can go grab another cup of coffee. I will be back with you in 2 shakes. See you in a minute. Alright folks, and welcome back. We are back with this editing tutorial. So if you've been here so far, you've seen that we've shown you the basics where we can put a track into View. We can go around and add a few overlays and things like that. I've talked in depth of a few programs of different things to use, such as Canva, that will be your best friend, especially when you can get a 30-day free trials. I mean, I've had multiples of them at the moment, but they are very worth it if you can get into a free trial for Canva, where you can just download a load of stuff without any backgrounds and things like that. Then perfect, it will actually get you where you need to be with different things. So again, different things that I've created, this little skull and crossbones, a load of different overlays, a load of random green and black stuff to match my channel, all done through Canva, all completely free. Downloaded it, took the backgrounds out, all through the free trials. So they are very worth it if you make the use of the free trials. I would definitely have a look for you. And if you do want any more, then drop me a message, join my Discord, jump in, have a look, reach out to me. If I can help in any way, I will. So there's a few of my friends that I've done different videos for. They all seem to be pretty happy with the work that I've done for them. I've had no complaints as of yet, and I've actually had people pay me for the work that I'm doing. So it's like I said, I don't claim to be a pro on editing at all. Everything that I know is self-taught. I've done no classes, no colleges, no courses, nothing. I've just found software, dove in, and want to share the information with you. Want to get it out there. It's can be daunting, really confusing, but again, the more you play around with it, like anything, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the better you get at it, the more you can do in it. So, as much as I don't want to be doing some stuff in this, I am going to do it just to show you how easy it is to actually do different things, to make different things happen. So, I'm going to do a quick play by you and see what happens in the video and see if there's anything that we can use where I can do a quick overlay effect and make things move around on the screen in a frame by frame sequence to make it look like a static image is actually dancing around on the screen. Again, that's all stuff that I've learned just by frame editing and messing around with settings on you. And yeah, I might as well share the knowledge onto you guys, get you involved with it. Again, if there is any questions, don't be afraid to reach out. I'd rather you ask me the question, that if there is something you'd like to know with the editing process and you want me to go into depth with or into detail with, reach out in chat now, let me know, and I will have a look at it for you. If I can teach you and instruct you how to do it and can get you working better with your videos, then for me, I'm succeeding. To me, it doesn't matter if there's one person watching, a million people watch it. I'm not bothered about that in the slightest. If I can help just one person get their videos where they want them to be, with different bits of material and different things being added in, then I will do that. So what I'm going to do by you now then, is have a quick look through. Again, reach out in chat if you want to know anything. I'll gladly stop and help you out. So I'm going to have a little look through, see if there's anything in the video here that we can use just to put it through. At the moment is very still. Just waiting around to see if there's something I could do. As you can see over there, we are following the killer. That is the imposter we are following. But it's
Oh, there you are.
I'm just waiting for the perfect opportunity to show you a frame by frame thing.
I see, Powell. We're all in the same corridor.
Yeah, I was going to say, Peekaboo's coming down as well now. You're literally all bunched together in the same place.
Everyone's there. Nobody believes anyone, trusts anybody. Oh, I've been locked out of electrical. What's going on?
There's muted Taya and Haki.
Oh, when you're done, can you go back to the lobby?
It's not very much going on, so I will actually just chuck a random picture in as an overlay and show you a frame by frame segment of anything. Just because, we're here to learn how to do the editing side of things, and we're not going to do that if we're sat there just waiting for the perfect opportunity. So first things you want to do is find what you want to put in. So I've got a few animated ones that I've done. What can I give you just as a thing? The let's check the nuke in. All it is the glitching nuke symbol. I'm gonna bring it. I don't want to bring that down to size. I want to bring the nuke down to size. So, say for argument's sake, I wanted to tag the nuke onto me. So, there's my character there. And now we're going to animation. You can actually tag it with AI, so it latches on to that, but it doesn't work that well. What I found is if you actually click for add animation, we're going to go from the start there to the end there, and in amongst these two dots now, we're going to do keyframes. You want to zoom right in, because you want it right to the start. Before we do anything, we want to make sure that at the start of the clip, this nuke is actually on top of where we want it. So I want it there at the start of the frame. As you can see, it follows it around slightly, not perfect. So on a frame by frame basis now, wait for it to pop in. Moment it's still sticking with me. Right, so it's slightly gone off key there. So we want to go animation, advanced. Now add keyframe. That's all we're doing. Adding the keyframe and dragging it back to where you want it. Then skip your frame. Seconds. And again, this is a frame by frame edit. So there we are. As you can see, character's turned now. Add another keyframe. Drag it across. And then each frame, you're going to want to move it just slightly. So this is a time-consuming process, but it's really worth it for you to get your desired effect. Another keyframe there. Again, you could do this as many times as you want, for as long or as little as you want to do it. Just make sure that each one you go through, adding your keyframe and moving it to where you want it. So if you want to keep it in place, you need to make sure that you're doing that frame by frame. And checking out frame by frame, boom, that's moving. We want to move it. I said this is a long drawn out process, but if you want things to stick to something, this is your best way of doing it. It's manually do it yourself. Like I said, there's AI in this software that'll do it for you, but I found it to be very clunky and not work that well. This kind of stop animation is what most animators use to get things moving. Like if you watch things like Dragon Ball and that, most of it is set up with frame by frame animation like this. Now the good thing with Among Us is, for the most part, it's the screen that moves, not the character. As you've seen, for a lot of that keyframe there, the screen is moving, character's not, and you're actually able to push it up bit by bit without having to move any of the keyframes. And just to show you what I mean with this now, if I go back here and we press play, a nuke symbol tracks us. So as much as that was less than a second's worth, we've had to do all these multiple keyframes just to get it to work and move around. It's tracked us. So, like I said, there is a fully automated version in the software. I find it to be clunky. I tend to stay away from it. That being said, it's if you don't want to take the time of frame by frame edits, which, like I said, is what most animators do for things like any cartoon, really. Using Dragon Ball as an example, as you know, I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. Most people I know are fans of Dragon Ball or anime in general. So this kind of frame by frame editing, like I said, I'm not doing this perfect either, mind. I'm doing it as perfect as I think I can. And again, with this, you can make it as big or as small as you want. So if I wanted to make this symbol bigger, I can. If I want to keep it down to the same size, I can. If I think, right, hang on, I shouldn't have done that. Undo, undo, undo. Keep undoing until you get back to where you was. Fine. So even if you do have a play around with it, I don't like that. You can go back a few frames, Undo, undo, undo. That's your Control Z or your undo arrow, which is over just underneath my camera. Again, I will show you. So you got your undo, redo, and trash buttons all here. Again, trash button, press delete. Same as any other program, delete, and it wipes it out. Undo being your Control Z, redo, Control Y, and that will literally save you having to keep coming across to these panels. So again, frame by frame, clicking through, keeping the motion track. Yeah, it's nice and simple with Among Us, really, because it's surroundings that move rather than the character. Only time the character moves is when you start turning or changing direction. As you can see, characters change direction again. Like I said, this ain't exact science. You can put in as much or as little time as possible with this. But in order for you to get animations to move across your screen, this is probably the best way to do it. Again, I'm just tracking this nuke symbol just to show you how simple it is to do the frame by frame animation. You could do this with absolutely any image as well. It doesn't have to be nuke symbol or see-through symbol. It could be an emoji, any kind of thing. If you wanted to take a picture of yourself, put it into the game, and have it dancing across the screen, you could do that. It doesn't have to be anything special. You could put whatever you want there. Creator's choice, creator's freedom, and that's one thing I love about the editing stuff. Full creative freedom. You can do what you want. You put in what you want, as much or as little time as you want, much or as little effort as you want. Obviously, the more effort you put in, I'm not saying the more rewarding it's gonna be, but the more professional your videos are gonna look. There's a lot of things here with frame by frame animation to try and be done. Not all of it is an exact science or perfect, but what you will see in a second is that a 5-second clip will go by. I think it's 5 seconds anyway. Or a 6-second clip will go by where we've done this frame by frame animation, and it's literally, it can be painful to be dealing with, especially when little bits like this now, every frame is slightly moving. it seems that it doesn't want to give you a keyframe to add it. That being said, what I probably would do by here is drag it across for as long as you possibly can, or as short as you possibly can, rather. Get that frame in. I would delete the last one, drag that one over to fill it. That's the one that's going to be most likely be the end of frame look. Then we zoom out, it's going to look like a complete mess on there of just a white line. But once we play this now, that nuke symbol will follow us across the screen, 100%. You see a little bit of it is a little bit low or a little bit high. Again, you can go back in, alter stuff like that, play around with it. But as you can see, a 6-second clip could take you a good 10 minutes per day to do a frame-by-frame edit. But that being said, you get that sticker that follows whatever you want. Like I tagged that to my dead ghost on Among Us. You could tag that to a bullet in a game. You could tag it to, say for argument's sake, you lobbed a grenade, you're playing Call of Duty, you've thrown a grenade, and you want a grenade sticker, just the word grenade. You could have that massive in your hand, and then as you're doing frame by frame, you could zoom it out so it looks like it's getting further away, making it smaller and smaller. And then for the last going off, add the explosion effect, a massive kaboom or something, a cartoon effect. Put that into it. Complete freedom of choice again. You know, more detail you put in, so like you could put your kaboom effect with a big explosion and have everything there lit up like a Christmas tree, all in lights and everything. Then you take your few little shadows, you take a few black like question marks and things like that, and start shooting them off, and making them move across the screen bit by bit. So you're actually making like a debris kind of thing. Get some photos of bricks and everything. Add that extra bit of oomph to your videos, where you wouldn't normally see by playing them types of games. Like you see the explosion, you see the blood, body parts, whatever. That's fine. You want to make it a bit more in depth, and the game doesn't have it in. Put it into your videos. Take just get a few photos of random rocks, even if it's in real life. Get a few photos of random bricks, things like that, and have them moving across the screen using that frame by frame motion. You don't have to track it to anything. You could literally move it millimeter by millimeter right across the screen. When you press play, boom, it looks like it's doing this. Right? In actual fact, all you've done is taken pictures like this. And you move the picture bit by bit, just like that. A little bit at a time. And then you press play and all of a sudden it does this. So it's perfect. For me, that's a perfect scenario, perfect example of the best I can give it. Is if you're doing a frame by frame section, take your photo and then every millisecond in the video you move it just like a millimeter. You press play and it will shoot across your screen. So I'll tell you what, I'll do another example. So I will find another random picture that I can chuck in. I'm not going to tie it to anything in the game. I will go on. Tell you what, I won't even use none of them either. I will actually just go into stickers. So these are bog standard stickers. As you can see, I've done my color changes. Used again random ones off Canva, changed colors of them to what I wanted. So I'm gonna get OMG, drag it into my clip. How long do I want it there for? So we do it for about 10 seconds. So that'd be 10 seconds. So I want OMG for 10 seconds. Yeah. Now all I do again is into position. I drag it down to where I want it. And I'm going to start it off there. Like I said, I'm not tying this to anything in the video. All I'm going to do is I'm going to make that slide side to side on the bottom of my screen. Not going to do anything else, not going to do anything fancy, it's not going to bounce in and out, it's going to move across my screen as if it's walking across the screen. And again, all we need to do, get that zoomed right in, get as much of the video in play as possible. Back out one. So we'll keep that OMG there. Again, animation. I'm going to go for the add animation. I'm going to drag it all the way across. You don't have to. You can actually just do it. So have it there, stays there, and then you add your keyframes afterwards. In some cases, that is easier. It just bounces it across the screen bit by bit, like that. Oh, hang on, my coffee stuck to my desk mat. Doing. As you can see, I will talk to random objects as well. Coffee's still quite warm. Could be, I only made it half hour ago, but yeah, all I'm going to do now is that OMG is going to go across the screen and come back. And again, it's using keyframes in order to do it. So again, each frame moving slightly. And what will happen is you'll be left with a little overlay in the background so you can see exactly how far you're moving it. So I can full screen view. Won't do it in full screen. So might have to get a bit close to your screen on that one just to see it. But what will happen is you do that every keyframe. You move it the same distance. Again, very tedious thing to do. Once it's done, the overall effect of it, to me, makes things look a lot nicer in your video. And I know, like, you see other videos with things like pop up onto the screen. You can add pop effects and add to them. But again, all that is in Canva. All you can do with this editing software is like a fade in and a fade out kind of thing. So, which is great for a lot of things. Like, it's great for sound, dramatic effect, and dramatic events. It's great for if you want to put the contrast down, so you want the video to slowly fade out before you move into your next scene. Have some music to go with this dramatic effect fading off. The fade out and fade in, they're perfect for stuff like that. But if you want things like flickering and like zoom in and out and bounce in, goes back to what I showed us on Canva earlier, where you can actually add different effects. If you've got the free trial, which, like I said, I'd recommend doing just to get the Canva free trial, make as much stuff as you physically can, whatever pops into your head, even if you think you'll never use it. I've made these stickers that got the OMG, the explosion, made all them. I don't know if I'll ever actually use them in video, but for them to be there and knowing that I've got them, that if I do want to use them, it's like, oh, actually, yeah, I've got this one, goes with the theme of my channel. I can use that. Once I get some more stickers unlocked on my Twitch and everything, I can add them there. It's all different things like that. I can literally customize. I've customized them to the color of my channel, being the black and green. Like I said, you will notice that will be the main theme with anything that I do, black and green. I did go through a phase of black and red and white, but the black and green I've always come back to. It's something I've had for as long as I can remember, really. Right back to my early days of social media on Bebo, so that might show my age a little bit. It's everything on there was black and green. And I tell you, 100% a theme mostly come from DX in WWE. Everything that my thing is based around is pretty much DX. Because who didn't like telling people to suck it when they were kids growing up? And throwing a crotch chop at a few people. or super kicking a few people. You know, who didn't like any of that? So again, like I said, this is pretty much a click and repeat. And all you're doing is moving a millimeter to the left, or to the right, rather, for this one. I think what I will do is take it so it's like off screen, and then bring it back. Because again, you could do that. Take it so it's like pretty much all the way off the screen. You could take it completely off the screen. This little frame by frame section now, you'll see that this will be pretty quick going across the bottom. Just by these frames here, you see that that's going to be very fast across the screen as well. Obviously, the more you spread these frames out, the slower the movement is across the screen. And I will show you the difference with that now, once we start going backwards. I'm going to take this so it's completely off the screen, then I'll bounce back at a slower speed, just to show you the difference. Again, even though it's off the screen, you can still see the little overlay, you can still see the little pop, you can see where you've been, where you're coming from, you can see where you're going. Now for me, that is imperative. If you can't see, like if it was just this, and you can't see how far you're going, you can't see how fast you're moving the slide across. You know? You want to be able to be in picture, in focus. So I will do 3 frames of that there, so it holds it there for a little second. And then this is where it gets confusing, because now you're coming back. So to slow it down, I'm going to click actually 3 frames each time. And what this will do is slow the speed of the sticker coming back across the screen. So it should shoot across to start with quite quick, and then it should slow down to come back. Like I said, I'm doing it this way just to show the difference. Again, this is all kind of stuff that all your cartoon animators are doing. You know, it's they're getting their images frame by frame like this. You know, so even if you wasn't doing this for video game editing and you wanted to do it for a stop motion track, this is the part of the video that you're going to want to see. This is the bit that you're going to need in order to be able to do stuff of making characters look like they're moving and changing by having your 50 or 60 drawings and doing stop motion with them, where you're just moving them frame by frame just to make it look like their head's bouncing up and down or their mouth is moving. This is the kind of stuff that you're going to want to know if you are trying to make these kinds of animations. Now, I haven't got the patience to sit there and draw, I haven't got the artistic skills to sit there and draw, do stop motion animation. I've seen plenty of videos out there that have taken stop motion and they look absolutely fantastic. Alright, you can see that they're stop motion, but at the same time, it's you only see the stop motion if they're not building the frames closer together. Instead, what you will see by you now is by the time we get back across the screen, where I'm spreading them out here, is moving slower. You'll see that one's moving quicker. Like I said, it seems daunting. It's very repetitive, and like I said, for the sake of a say it was 10-second clip, it could take you 15-20 minutes to put in this stop motion. But for that 15-20 minutes, if you put it in this stop motion, and you got that 10 seconds of something just flying around on your screen, makes your video stand out, makes it a bit more unique. And obviously, you've got to enjoy what you're doing as well. Like, I love all this side of stuff. It's if I could go into editing full time, I really would. Because for me, all this is absolutely fantastic. Because I'm sat here and I'm like a kid at Christmas. For me, this is really enjoyable. As much as I'm talking to everyone and I'm live, I would be sat here doing the same thing if I wasn't live right now. Because I'd be sat here editing my videos, putting different things in. Like I said, I'm not keeping this little sticker in for the video that I'm editing here, ready to upload. But for the sake of this video, of showing you the speed of it moving across the screen at different intervals, and how to do the stop motion, and you track to an object like we done with the nuke symbol, which we'll go back and look at again in a second, or this stop motion of clicking through and just going to drag something across the bottom of the screen. So I think once we get back to the end by here, I will show you how the different speeds have worked. There we are, we'll keep it there. So just as a stop motion thing, so we'll press play on this now and it should just shoot across to the right hand side of the screen a lot quicker than when it comes back.
Right, I'm at my table.
Everyone come up
So
my
it still
table.
comes back pretty quick, even though I spread them stop motions out a bit. If you want to slow it down, you can go through and move them one by one. And by that, I mean, if you want to make them slower while they are there, you can literally just move them along. If you do it so it's just sort of to the back of the arrow in front of itself, you should get that so it's perfectly lined up. You get your perfect speed to come back across. And what that should do, or what it will do rather, is slow it down a lot more. And again, if you're not happy with it and want to slow it down a bit more or speed it up, you can always alter these around later on. So you don't have to go back through and like individually remotion everything. You can literally just drag them one by one. So come back out, go back to the beginning, and you press play on that now,
I'm
and
at my
it'll shoot
table.
across again, and it'll come back a little bit slower,
Everyone come up my table. Who's going to call you?
sped up a bit. But again, creative freedom with that as well. So if I go from there now to add keyframe, I want to go up here. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add a keyframe. Go up again. And what this is going to do now is we're going to send the sticker so it goes up to the top and comes back down to the corner. And again, it's just a case of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spreading them out into 8 frame intervals this time, just to try and slow it down even more. Again, distance you put between them will speed it up and slow it down. 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I was to say, for argument's sake, go from there to there, that's going to make it look like it's teleporting from there to there. Whereas if we want it in a steady motion, we want to try and keep it as close as possible, where you can see it's actually moving forward from the last overlay. Again, it's all different things, just playing around and putting in what you want. I'm for 6 then, I want it for 8. This now should be a case of, once we get to the last bit by here, I will press play and show that that's a lot slower moving up the screen than what it was going across the screen. So I'll leave it there and replay it.
Right, I'm
So
at my
it shoots
table.
across the screen, comes back a bit slower,
Everyone come up my table. Who's going to call the emergency?
slowly going up. See the difference in speeds then? So my first speed was obviously faster than the rest of them.
Table. Who's going to call the emergency?
It shot up and then slowed right back down.
Table. Who's going to call the emergency?
See, the more frames you put between it, the slower the movement speed. If I do another keyframe there now and drag it down, I'll do 11 in between this one, or 12. 12. I'll keep it an even number. We'll do 12 to come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. add the keyframe, drop it down a millimeter. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Add the keyframe, drop it down a millimeter. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Add the keyframe, down another millimeter. Again, very tedious and a lot to do. Like I said, this is a 10-second clip that we've been working on for the last sort of 15 minutes. But in order to show you the differences of bouncing it around, and like this actually tells you as well, for a 10-second clip, we've been on it for roughly about 15 minutes at this point, I'd say. And, you know, it just shows you how much time people are actually putting into their edits. When you see stuff like this on their screen, this is the kind of stuff that once you start doing it, you begin to appreciate more when you see people putting it into their streams, because you're like, actually, I know how hard that is to actually make happen. I know the time and effort that goes into it, so I can appreciate what this creator's trying to do. Like I'll be honest with you, if I see people adding stuff like this in now, I tend to instantly like the video, and it could be a case they might only have 3 subscribers, they could have 3 million subscribers. If they're taking the time and effort to put stuff like this in, for me, that deserves the like and the follow. But, each to their own. I'm not telling you that's what you have to do. But as somebody that actually started implementing this into my videos, it shows me that people are actually taking the time to edit it. They're not just chucking stuff together with the hopes of getting it out there for the sake of trying to go famous. They're actually taking the time of trying to put it out there, taking the time with the videos. Sorry, thought was going a bit dry with it. Actually taking the time to put stuff into the content they're creating. And if they put in the love and the effort into the content that they're creating, obviously it makes the content a little bit more special because they're actually taking the time, actually putting the effort in. They're not just throwing stuff together and like, yeah, that'll do, fuck it, we'll chuck it in, job done. And and I'll be honest, my first lot of videos was a case of, yeah, I'll just chuck in a load of sound effects, job done. I don't need to do anything else. There's a load of sound effects, everyone will love that. And I was getting on average 10, 15 views. Which first starting out 10, 15 views, yeah, probably not a bad shout. But then the more I was uploading stuff, I was noticing my viewers were staying around the same 10, 15. Now I can safely say most of my videos, not a massive jump, but I'm putting the effort in, taking my time with the editing process. That most of my videos now are probably drawing around the 80 mark within the first couple of days. Which, like I said, not fantastic. I got 126 subscribers on YouTube. My videos are drawing 80, so that's only still 60% of my audience are tuning in for my videos. But that being said, that's 60% more than what I was getting to start with. I found that I've taken the time. I'm enjoying this process more. The more that I've enjoyed this editing process, the less of a chore it's felt like to try and upload stuff. And I have noticed the subscribers are going up, not fast, not dramatically. I'm not saying taking your time and doing this is going to be the answer to all your problems to get your channel to grow. But I'd say sort of in the last 3 months, I've gone from where I was stuck on a rut for ages, where I was at dropping from 72 to 65 subscribers. In the last 3 months, I'd say that's pretty much doubled. I'm up to 126 on YouTube. Again, like I said, not fantastic, but by taking the time, putting the effort in for these different edits and adding these different things, I'm not just chucking random stuff in for the sake of it. I'm seeing a better turnaround with my subscriptions. So, with that being said, I am going to play these side by side now with the nuke that we tracked to my little character. So I tracked a nuke symbol there, over my little ghost, just to show that yes, you can do that with the keyframe by frame movement. So there's the little nuke symbol. Like I said, you don't have to have a target track,
Yeah.
which is why I done the OMG sign then,
Well, I'm at
where
my
it'll shoot
table.
across the screen now, come back slowly,
Hey, everyone come up my table.
it'll go
Who's going to
up the
call the
screen
emergency?
slowly, it'll come down a lot slower, look. See how much
I
slower
went
that's
past
dropped
it,
back
finished.
down? Because we put more of a gap into the keyframes. And like I said, all your animators and things like that, they're all using the stop motion of different images and things like that just to try and get things like that to work. And I've got to say, I found that an enjoyable process, you know. It's, yeah, it's drawn out. It's taken 15, 20 minutes for a quick 10-second clip to be bounced around the screen. For that 15, 20 minutes I've put in by there for that 10 seconds, like I said, I tend to appreciate when I see that on videos. And instantly for me, that gains a like just for the fact that I know they've taken the time. Like I said, there is an AI in you about scene detection, don't background remover, don't chroma key. So there is, well, on the older version, that chroma key, there was a case of you could drop and change. It would actually change the color of what was going on the screen. Now it just doesn't seem to do anything. So I will revert all that back to normal, just in case it does do anything. I have not seen it change. Like, I messed around with it before, where it was a case of I was changing the color of the image there into what I wanted. Again, there is an easy animation we could have it so things, again, you can see it zooms in, it'll zoom out, things will fade in and fade out, it'll bounce across the screen, the rebound, it'll spin round. You know, you can add all that, which is like an automatic animation to chuck it in. But if you click the advanced settings and do what you want for the frame by frame, you'll move it to however you want, which I find is a lot better. Now, let's get back onto there, stick that in. So, got the motion here, and there's an AI tracker, so artificial intelligence. We all know what that is. What I will do a minute off the clip is move it out the way. So on the motion for the AI, I stick it purely to my character and track it. Now this will take a long time to try and process everything what we do. It won't take as long as what we just done with the stop motion, but it will take a few minutes to actually process and track what we want. So while that's doing this thing, has anybody got any questions for me so far? Anybody got anything they'd like to add? Anything they'd like to try and find out? Are you enjoying the video? You know, feel free to shoot any questions across. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You might get a stupid or sarcastic answer out of me, but it won't be a stupid question. Again, there's plenty to do when it comes to the editing side of things as well. It's, you know, you take your time, you put in as much or as little effort as you want. It's, again, just waiting for this to track, and I will show you what the track motion is like. It's not perfect by any means, and you will see what I mean by that now. It will follow it around, but it'll be quite jittery as it does it. It'll be very bouncy. It will bobble around the screen a lot more than what we would normally want to see. Again, while that's doing that, we go here to Canva. Again, most of the stuff you've seen me add here is what I've taken out of Canva here. It's as much as all this is showing now without any kind of background. If you try to download it without paying their pro subscription, it will come up with a green background or black background, and you won't have the clear overlay. It'll look more like this. And as you can see, because we ain't got the pro version, got the Canva watermark stuck in there. The only way to remove the watermark is to upgrade the pro. Again, do what I done. Take as much as you can when you've got a free trial, and you'll be able to put in what you need to. Like I said, if you don't want to pay for an editor and you just want a few stickers and overlays to go onto your videos, then yeah, Canva is the way to go because it's nice and simple again to use. Most of the stuff is on there for you. So just as an example, right at that lightning bolt, we can cut it down to where we want it and how long we want it for. We can literally have that so his bump. Again, little booms and clouds, and there's plenty to play around with on there, and you will find that some of it you can change colors and customize properly. Other things will be a case of can't really change the colors on that. You're stuck with what it is. This one, for example, perfect for me. It was already black and green. I didn't need to do nothing with it. Bang! I nicked it. I downloaded it. Clear background. Job done. Didn't have to worry about it. This one here, shop now. Again, clear background. I didn't have to do nothing with that. Done it all for me. Job done. I'm trying to find one of the ones that I used where you change the colors on. So these emotes here. Not that one. It's definitely changed the colors on these emotes because I made them for myself as well as a friend. Oh my god. This one. Won't let me do it now because it's on Pro. I can still change the color. But like if you can find it on the free side of things, you can fully customize this to whatever you want. I want that as a nice purple wow. The blue background, make it as big as I want. Obviously, if you ain't got the Pro, you'll have this watermark there. Can't do nothing with that. But anything without a crown is free to use. Nice and simple as well. You create what you need to create basically. What I will say is you can get these kind of things on there, where it just pops up like that for subscribe and a little pop. If you try to use the background remover there, it doesn't work. What I would suggest is if you go into share, download, MP4, change that to a GIF. Now it sounds stupid. Change it to a GIF with a transparent background. So using your 30 days free trial on Pro, with transparent background, download it, you will end up with everything that I've ended up with by doing that, which is all easier. So I've made overlays for different games and things like that. So we got this one. Again, it's saved as a GIF. That little overlay, I can use it over my videos if I want it for anything. These hearts dancing around, saved them as a GIF. Again, overlay on my video, I can use them. Subscribe, I made sure to download that one because I like the little jittering around. It's very TikTok-y, so I thought it might come in handy there. OMG, dancing around on the screen. Again, saved it as a GIF. That's a little video overlay that I can put into my videos. Same for happy birthday. I've had a few requests where they want me to do stuff offline, and it's birthdays christenings, and two funerals as of late. Again, all using my editing software. Is just literally putting the photos and that in for them, putting these different things on that they want, adding the sounds, adding the music. So this that follow one that I nicked. Look, so if you do it as a GIF, it'll save it with a background. Do the pixels for as high as you want. I've done them for like sort of medium because I wanted them for obviously my Twitch and things like that, where I can actually add them in to different panels and things. But again, if you can take all that from it whilst you get in your free trial, it's you'll get all these and you won't have to worry about it. Once your free trial is up, these stay in there. So it's like that little lightning effect I just showed you on there. I made myself a little cartoon version there that I can just, I can use 3 bolts, job done. I made myself some emotes to go on my channel, things like that. Different stickers and that can be used. So for those of you on Twitch at the moment, if you go into the sticker library, you'll be able to see that you can use most of these little black and green stickers that I've created as a sticker to chuck on stream. Again, this is all stuff that I took off whilst I had the Canva Pro trial. So 30-day free trial, doesn't cost you a penny. Take as much as you can off there. It's absolutely brilliant. Like all these little emotes, I've customized them to the colors of my channel. You know, and all stuff like this. If you'd have to pay for the pro version in order to keep using it. So I can custom love. You know, I've got it in black and green. The original color for that was pink and purple. It's little smiling coin, little things like that. Just lovely free bits. Take it off Canva. Use your free trial. Go into Canva, play around with stuff. Take it off. Absolutely rip the shit out of it. Take what you can out of there while you can get it. Like I said, make sure to save everything as a GIF with background remover, because the in-thing background remover is terrible. If you do it the way that I've recommended there by doing share, download as a GIF, it will work a hell of a lot better for you. I promise you. Right, so that's done there. So now we need to drag our follow in. So we've dragged it into the box, so it's perfect. Right, it's in the box perfectly. Right. Now I press play. It will follow my character around, same as we done with the frame by frame. That's actually followed really well on you. Every other game I've done that on, that AI has been absolutely shocking. But it could be down to the type of game you're playing or what you're trying to focus on. But that's actually worked out not too bad. So that there, you see is like bubbling and jittering around a bit. But I mean, it's not far off what we done with the new gear, where it's bubbling and jittering around a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say the AI's probably done it better than what we did, which is quite shocking for this stuff, to be honest with you, because it's normally I do it better than what that is. But yeah, there is that there for you if you want it. If you don't want to do the frame by frame, there is the AI option. There's also the other options for the motion, which you got your easy and everything. But if you double click on it, reset it if you're not happy. You do precise or quick. So quick will literally be a quick link to see how that character moves. Doesn't take as long. You will find that doing it quickly like that will be a lot more clunky than the AI precise. But at the same time, is if you don't want to sit there and go through frame by frame, it's always an option. But as you can see, first couple of seconds there didn't follow us, and then it went off and followed the complete opposite. Somebody else walked through us. The frame took off with them instead. Look. Make it a bit bigger. See if it sticks with them. Yeah, the frame literally stuck there until it got stuck on the box there because it wasn't precise. Yeah, that's another option for you. There is AI in the software, and again, you can get your 30-day free trial for this. I believe, as long as you go into the Movavi store yourself from your desired internet provider, your browser source, whether it be Google, Edge, Firefox, or whatever others are out there. There's fucking loads, AOL. I don't even know if that's still a thing. Yahoo, or whatever you're using. Go to movavi.com, install the software, and have a play around. Like I said, you won't be able to do much with it, but whilst you're still in like that free period of being able to play around with stuff, I would take the chance to use it, get used to it, and have a look. I think what I might do at the end of this, once the VODs are uploaded, is I will chuck a link in there. So if you're over on YouTube, in the description, I will chuck a link to the Movavi store for you. If you're over on Twitch, I will see about adding a link somewhere. Even if it's a case of I got to try and add it to my link tree in order for you to be able to find it that way, I will do that. But yeah, I would recommend checking it out and having a little look. Have a play around with a few of the settings. What we've gone through tonight has been creating your own little introduction video. Again, created this on Canva, ripped everything I could off Canva before I had to take anything off. I believe most of the stuff there is what I've done on you. So you might get different Twitch logos, different YouTube. Realistically, I should get some Kick logos and stick on you now. Probably some TikTok and Twitter as well. Since I've gone over to them a lot more. But you get the gist. You can go in, you can edit this, you can put what sounds you want in. Like, I added all that sound separately then by the looks of it. But if I really wanted to, I could go in and put more sounds here, apply and return. Again, you save it. Make sure to balance your sound. So if your intro sound is higher than your actual sound, don't forget you can right click into tools, into general. Got it turned up to 350%. Click back to this one, we've got it down to 65%. So that's the difference in volumes of what we've got across the two things that were recorded. Like I said, for me, they sound about right, just to balance them. You can always have a look and play around with that as well to get your sound settings right.
You've got controller vibration.
Once you're happy, you've got everything tied in and everything where you want it. If you click these little minus symbols here, it will actually latch on to onto the timeline. So if for whatever reason you needed to cut anything that's before this, so if I was to cut this now, take that bit out, everything will move across with it, is actually stuck to that timeline, so is actually there together. If you take that off and undo, I'll undo it first, I'll take it off, then delete that, what you'll notice is the sound will stay where it is and the timeline will jump. Don't want that. It's the last thing you want is to have anything moving around once you've got it all set up. Undo again so everything's back in one piece. Just aesthetics. Again, turn my camera off a minute just to show. If we go up here, we'll pick another theme just to change over. Again, these are the YouTube ones. Like, these have said new on them since I've had them. I can't get a new thing to pop out the corner. And I think that's down to the fact I've never actually used them. I've never pulled them into it at all, because there's a lot more pleasing effects in the system. Like that one, just a simple cube turn, page turn, and boom. Does it for you?
Controller vibration as well. For Among Us.
You have to do nothing else whatsoever. It's just that little boom.
No, because you're going to murder me.
Just something simple like that, a little transition, just to
I
make
am
things
stupid,
looking
Powell.
like
Well,
it's
if we stick together.
a bit more professional, shall we
That's
say.
cheating.
No, 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 no.
Like I said, I'm not saying that I'm fantastic and I'm the best editor in the world. I'm far from it. 100% I am far from it. You know, I wouldn't even put myself in the top 5% in the world for editing stuff. I wouldn't put myself in the top 1% of the world for editing stuff, you know. It's
You got one task left on the storage.
just a case of I've got a bit of knowledge with this software and I thought I'd share with you lot tonight and just try to answer any questions any of you might have had about said software, you know. It's any of you that are struggling with editing or are stuck in a rut and you don't think, well, what can I do to actually break what I'm doing? So if
They're all congregating in the
there
mid
is
there,
nothing else, guys, I will be ending the stream for you. So
That's some
now's your
shady
chance to
shit,
ask any
telling
questions
ya.
if you've got them. I will gladly dive into
Just
anything
you now,
that you
pal.
want. If you're stuck with an editing question or anything,
Powell,
let me know.
Can you
I
send
will
the room thing
stick with it,
private so chat don't get spammed?
and we shall have a little look. But I'm guessing that with all the chats being quiet, that nobody's got any questions. And with that, we will end the stream there. Until Monday, where I think I'll be back with Tubbs. I don't know. I will speak to him tomorrow to find out for definite. Either way, I'll be back live Monday night, 7 o'clock in UK time. Top of my head, I think that'll be about 2 p.m. Or not. Yeah. Yeah, if I go live 7 o'clock, that should be about 2 p.m. on the eastern coast of the US. And I'll be guessing, and I mean guessing, it'll be around midday for around mid US and about 10 a.m. for the west coast of the US. Yeah, it's I will be back Monday evening, UK time, with something. It'll be a game again on Monday. Whether or not it'll be Sniper Elite 4, which I was supposed to start Thursday, didn't due to some difficulties I had. Now got that up and running. But still, I will catch you all Monday. Much love. Peace out. I'll see you soon.